Forget brute strength and cosmic powers in the Marvel Universe. The real battles are fought with minds. We're diving deep into the ultimate strategic showdown. Dr. Doom versus Tony Stark, who truly outmaneuvers the other, and whose calculated risks lead to victory in the grand chess game of Marvel. Today, we're unpacking the ultimate intellectual showdown, dissecting how these two premier strategists continuously try to outmaneuver each other. When you think of Marvel's greatest conflicts, you might picture epic brawls and city-leveling destruction. But what if I told you the most significant war has been raging for decades, fought not with fists, but with intellect? This is the grand chessboard of Dr. Doom and Tony Stark. Their rivalry goes far beyond a simple hero versus villain dynamic. It's a clash of egos, a battle of philosophies, and a relentless arms race of innovation that shapes the very fabric of their universe. It's not just about who has the better suit of armor, it's about whose vision for the world will prevail. So, the ultimate question we're tackling today is, who is the superior strategist? To understand their game, you first have to understand their fundamentally different philosophies. Let's start with Victor Von Doom. His approach is one of calculated, long-term authoritarianism. Doom genuinely believes he is the only one intelligent and strong-willed enough to save humanity from itself. His vision is one of absolute order, achieved through absolute control. Every move he makes, no matter how tyrannical it may seem, is in his mind, for the greater good. He plays the long game, planning decades, even centuries ahead. His strategies are multi-layered, patient, and built on the assumption that he is always the smartest person in any room, and that his will is indomitable. Then you have Tony Stark. If Doom is a grandmaster of classical chess, Stark is a master of blitz chess, adapting on the fly. His philosophy is one of dynamic pragmatism. He doesn't have a single, rigid plan for the future. Instead, he believes in solving problems as they arise through relentless innovation and ingenuity. Stark is a futurist who builds a better tomorrow by fixing today's crises. He's reactive, adaptable, and often relies on a healthy dose of improvisation. This impulsiveness can be his greatest strength, allowing him to find solutions no one else could conceive of, but it can also be his greatest weakness, leading him to create new problems in his haste to solve old ones. These divergent worldviews are the engines that drive every single one of their strategic choices. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, their tactical masterclasses. These aren't just one-off fights. They are intricate ballets of planning and counter-planning. A perfect example is the lead-up to the 2015 Secret Wars. While the heroes were scrambling to react to the incursions, the collision of universes' Doom was already steps ahead. He didn't just try to stop it, he planned to usurp the power of the beings behind it, the Beyonders. He spent years acquiring the knowledge and resources, manipulating allies and enemies alike. His plan was so audacious and complex that he succeeded where everyone else failed, becoming godparent of the newly formed battle world. This is classic Doom. His schemes are like a Russian nesting doll of traps and contingencies, seamlessly blending arcane magic with super science. He anticipates not just his enemies' moves, but their emotional reactions, and exploits them with surgical precision. But you can never count Stark out. While Doom was becoming a god, Stark was preparing his own counterplay. In the infamous Iron Man series, after Stark is left in a coma, Doom attempts to take up the mantle of Iron Man, genuinely trying to be a hero. Most would see this as an ultimate victory for Doom. But Stark's influence is so profound, his legacy so powerful, that even Doom is forced to operate within the framework Tony created. After all, can you imagine Thanos in hot red and yellow armor? I don't think so. Stark's ultimate strategy isn't always about a direct confrontation. It's about creating systems, ideas, and technologies that change the game board itself. His ability to rapidly prototype solutions, find the one tiny flaw in an opponent's perfect plan, and leverage his network of allies allows him to pull victory from the jaws of defeat time and time again. He might not see as far ahead as Doom, but he can react and innovate faster than anyone, turning a seemingly checkmate situation back into a playable game. This conflict extends far beyond personal battles. It's a war fought on the global political and technological stage. On one side, you have Dr. Doom, the absolute monarch of his esteemed estate. He uses his nation as a fortress, a laboratory, and a strategic piece on the world map. Latveria is a testament to his philosophy, a nation with no crime, no poverty, and no freedom, all under his iron-fisted protection. He leverages his sovereignty to operate with diplomatic immunity, building weapons and hatching schemes that no other villain could. On the other side, Tony Stark doesn't rule a country. He tries to influence the world. Through initiatives like the Illuminati, his leadership of S.H.I.E.L.D., or his global corporate empire, Stark Industries, he attempts to steer humanity from the shadows. He builds alliances, funds global security, and pushes international policy. But this often puts him at odds with everyone, as his well-intentioned but secretive actions can be seen as just as controlling as Doom's overt tyranny. And of course, there's the endless technological arms race. Stark builds a new armor, Doom counters with a new magical defense. Doom develops a new energy source. Stark pioneers a cleaner, more efficient one. Each new invention is a move and a counter-move, a constant push and pull that advances the technological baseline for the entire Marvel Universe. The ripple effects are massive. A device Stark creates to stop Doom might later be used to defeat Galactus, or a magical war Doom creates could have unforeseen consequences for the entire mystical realm. Their private war has very public consequences. So, after all this, we come back to the unanswered question: who truly wins? The fascinating reality is that their conflict is cyclical. There's no definitive end, only phases of dominance. One might gain the upper hand for a time, achieving a major victory, only for the other to claw their way back, learning and adapting from their defeat. Doom might achieve godhood, but Stark's legacy inspires a resistance that eventually topples him. Stark might save the world, but his methods create a power vacuum that Doom is only too happy to fill. Their lasting impact on the Marvel landscape is undeniable. They are two of the most important pillars holding up the narrative. Their strategic battles have forged new heroes, created new technologies, and redrawn the political map of their world countless times. As we look at the current state of the Marvel Universe, their fingerprints are everywhere. So, who really has the strategic upper hand? Is it Doom, with his long-term, meticulously crafted plans and unwavering will? Or is it Stark, with his unparalleled ability to adapt, innovate, and inspire in the face of impossible odds? The truth is, the winner depends on how you define winning. Now I want to turn it over to you. Based on everything we've discussed, who do you think is the ultimate master strategist in the Marvel Universe? Let me know your reasoning in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into Marvel's greatest minds. If you enjoyed this analysis, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.